Check house, go. Sound ready?
Sound is ready.
Lights, check. Stage ready?
Take house to half. And house out, go.
Stand by orchestra. Cue orchestra and go.
This is the audition where you always get the part. It's callback, forget the past. It's callback, you're in the cast. Callback, better call back fast. It's callback, yeah. Callback.
Hey everybody, I'm here at the state-of-the-art Medina Performing Arts Center in Medina, Ohio, where CAMEO, the Cooperative Alliance of Medina Entertainment Organizations, is undergoing auditions right now for their big summer musical, Thoroughly Modern Millie. We're going to document the process of putting on this musical as well. Today I sat in on auditions and had a chance to talk with the director, Bill Hoffman, as well as the music director and assistant music director. It's an exciting time, so let's go take a look at auditions for CAMEO's summer production of Thoroughly Modern Millie. Come on.
You know, Thoroughly Modern Millie, you look at it and it has all the trappings of a Broadway musical, and so I think some people might think it's about music and Broadway. It's not. It's about people trying to survive. We did Oklahoma here last year, and I stressed the fact that it's the turn of the century, and these people, you know, they're planting food in the ground, and they're trying to raise cattle, and they're trying to, I mean, they're hard. It's a hard rock life, you know. Oklahoma is about survival, and so when I first read Thoroughly Modern Millie, and I saw the road show at Playhouse Square, and I know Dick Scanlon from years ago in New York. I get the same feeling.
Not for the life of me. Break the lock, pulse my bail, done my time, I got it. Not for the life of me.
Part of the story is about young people coming to New York to make their future, and as an actor, we all know, I mean, it's a nice idea, but it's easier said than done. I mean, if I can make it anywhere, if I can make it in New York, I can make it anywhere is true. But first you got to make it in New York. And, you know, that's a tough road to hoe for, especially when thousands are pouring into the city, you know, the competition for jobs. So it's about all of those things, but in general, I'm looking at it in terms of people discovering who they are, and also people trying to make a living and survive.
I think it's really fun music. It's very reflective, I think, of the swing era, typical of the Flappers, the kind of music you would have expected to hear in the 20s. Very memorable melodies.
Yes. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
What are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing Forget About the Boy. No canary in a cage for me. This canary's ready to fly free. Cut the cord. Is that a man I once adored? He's nothing but an albatross. No green glass, double crosser. Forget about the boy. Pull the cord. He's ended up on the rock.
Always practice what I preach. Keep temptation out of easy reach. Fire with bleach. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Don't worry about it.
Well, right now I'm pretty much playing from a piano conductor score, so all the parts are basically put into one. But when we break it all down to, you know, individuals, there's lots of horns and woodwinds, minimal strings in this show. But really, it's basically that period, that time period in which, you know, the 1920s. You're going to hear lots of big band, and a lot of those melodies that we've been talking about. You're going to hear, you know, brought through in various pieces through the orchestration. The orchestra will be playing, you know, melodies that you'll hear in the entr'acte or the overture. So basically, it's a pretty good mix. It really is what you would hear in that period.
Yes.
Okay, I just have to do one thing. Go back and do, where's the Bododio? Bododio. Okay, you sing. Go.
Bododio, not for the life of, not for the life of, not for the life of me.
Easier?
Easier,
You know why?
because I'm shaken.
And that takes all that energy away from the voice. And as soon as you stop that and let all that energy redirect into the voice, you're going to get more sound and you're going to have more control.
Thank
My
you
bit
so
of advice
much.
for the day.
No one's ever told me that.
Well, I just
Thank you.
Yeah, don't use the body energy unless you absolutely have to.
Thank
Save
you.
it for the voice.
Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I actually was in on some of the initial conversations when the performing arts director at the time, Mike Nickley, was here. I was part of the community committee that he had brought the initial concepts to and was involved in the first show. And so I've just sort of been in and out, more in and out sometimes, but just, you know, my connections. I used to teach here at the high school. I'm, I guess, fairly recognizable in the community and the music portion of the community, and I've done a lot of musical theater and a lot of teaching of kids that do musical theater, so I've got sort of both sides of it. That's how I got involved. I don't know how you got involved.
I started
you weren't here my first time.
No, I started as a violinist in Music Man.
That was with
I actually
me.
called her asking if I could be in the pit because I thought it was, you know, some big thing where you get adults to fill the spots, so I wanted to be one of those.
You wanted to be a grown-up.
So then I moved into the next show, going into Annie as a violinist, and then the rehearsal accompanist, I think, had some issues or something outside of the musical and had to leave, and they called me one night on a summer, and I was sitting around at home just watching TV because I was either going into high school or I was in freshman or something, young. And so they called me to come up, and I came up and, you know, they're like, can you sight read some stuff? And I was like, sure, why not? And so then from there I did a few more rehearsals, and then I got contracted to stay and do the piano for that show. So from then on, I've done 4 shows, I think. This is my 4th show as the rehearsal accompanist, and then last year I took on another addition to that, being her assistant, being the assistant music director. But I'm always around here at the high school. I pretty much live here. I've always joked that I should just have a room with a bed because I'm here till sometimes 9 or 10 at night and come back next morning at 6:50 for the school day because I'm still a senior and only a few more days of that, but then I'll be going on from there. So I've always been around Medina doing things, and it's just something outside of the high school. CAMEO is a really great addition and exploration into musical theater, so I'm really thankful that I'm part of this
bridge
team.
at the store, baby's coming home no more, not for the life of me. Break the lock, post my bail, done my time, I'm out of jail, not for the life of me. Gimme that thing called love. I crave it. Gimme that thing called love.
Great facility here, and we have a great staff, but you can't bite off too much, you know. You got to make sure we can do what we got to do. And the other rule that we follow is that we never ask an actor to do something they can't do on stage. So that means, again, you have to adapt, and maybe compromise is the wrong word, but you got to adapt. You can't force people into doing something that they're not pretty good at. So you got to change. So what do people walk away with? Well, they walked away last year with Oklahoma. I mean, I had a guy that I saw the other day here, and he said, you know, it was as good as a show you'd see at Playhouse Square. And I went, well, thank you very much.